Children, now let us see the other functions of RBI. The next one is lender of last resort. So, lender means what? One who lends money. So, last resort means finally it gives the lending, that is, it lends money to the commercial bank. See, we the general public and the other business people, they borrow money from the commercial banks. But if the commercial banks are in short of money and other things, they would just approach this RBI, and this RBI also would extend some loan amount to these commercial bank, so that the money flow will be maintained by this RBI at all times. That is, short of money flow should not also be there, and excess money flow should also be there. Both will affect the market conditions and the other thing. So this RBI is called as the lender of last resort. Next one is clearinghouse services. What do you mean by this clearinghouse services? We are depositing checks, bills, and everything to our local banks. Okay, see, we will deposit the check in Indian bank drawn in favor of State Bank. Okay, and so that amount should be debit, that is taken from the State Bank and should be credited to the Indian bank. So this type of arrangements will be there throughout the state or country. That is, one branch account amount will be has to be transferred to another branch. One bank's amount has to be given from another bank or given to another bank. So this is called clearing house. These service centers are maintained and controlled by this RBI. Listen, these clearing houses serves a lot of time and energy, and the quick movement of money from one bank to another. Once in 3 days, or if the transactions are more, even daily, these clearinghouse transactions are being carried out. For example, all the checks will be valued and totaled, and if the Indian bank has to give 2 crore rupees to State Bank, means, and the State Bank has to give 1 crore rupees to Indian Bank, means, and balance of 1 crore will be transferred from State Bank to Indian Bank. Likewise, this arrangements and adjustments will be made by these clearing houses. In India, totally 860 clearing houses are there. In of this, 14 clearing houses are owned by the RBI directly. 840 clearing houses are managed by SBI, that is State Bank of India, and 6 by other nationalized bank. This number is very, very important. So have it in mind, as they may ask in the choose also. So RBI is owned by RBI is 14 clearing houses, 840 are managed by SBI, 6 by nationalist bank. So totally we have 860 clearing houses in India. Next one is custodian of foreign exchange reserves. RBI maintains reserves of gold and foreign currencies. See, when foreign exchange reserves are inadequate, it may borrow the money from the International Monetary Fund. If the dollar is shortage in India, means it can borrow. If the euro is shortage, means it can borrow from the IMF, that is International Monetary Fund. The next function is maintenance of foreign exchange rate. The stability of foreign exchange rate should also be maintained with respect to the Indian currency. RBI manages the exchange value of the rupee in order to facilitate India's foreign trade and payments. That is, a balance of payments we have discussed earlier. So it will be affected if the value of Indian rupee is goes beyond the limit, and it should not also be raised beyond the limit. So that balance should also be maintained by keeping the necessary gold and foreign exchange reserves in the country. So this is being done by the RBI. Next one is collection and publication of authentic data. RBI issues monthly bulletin, annual reports, and various committee reports contain the treasures of authentic data. So all the financial sectors and businessmen would be interested, and the foreign investors also would be much interested to know the precise economic position of India. So that collection and publication of authentic data is the important and first and foremost function of this RBI. Now let us see the promotional functions of this RBI. Nurturing banking habits. So RBI, it is the duty of the RBI to give the confidence to the people, those who are living in rural areas, to avail the banking facilities. So, say it will educate the people that banking activities and the procedures are much simplified, and so even the illiterate people can have the banking operations easily, and the non-banking areas. The RBI will concentrate, and it will direct the nationalized bank to open their branches in those areas. Next one is grievance settlement measures. Customers will give, if they have some any grievance, means they can give a complaint against that banking, against that particular commercial bank. See, the RBI has appointed 20 banking ombudsmen in 20 state capitals. See, these this arrangement will reduce the grievances and settle the grievances then and there, quickly and inexpensive also. Agricultural development. See, India is concentrating the agricultural development, as more than 70% of the people are living in villages. With the help of NABARD, to it works in close association with NABARD to develop agriculture in India. Promotion of small scale industries. RBI also provides required credit facilities and other things to the micro, small and medium enterprises at a very nominal and cheaper rate of interest. Facilitates foreign trade. RBI has simplified the rules for credit for exports, through which they can now get long-term advance from banks. Supports cooperative sectors. It helps the cooperative banks by relaxing the rules and providing the indirect financing. The rupee symbol has been changed from RS to that is the R, Hindi R, by the Government of India on July 15th, 2010. So these are the promotional functions of